making it known Hillary, daughter of former F Secretary Godrich Gardee, found killed. Assortment of Hillary Gardee, matured 28 little girl of previous F Secretary General Godrich Gardee, found killed in Nelspruit. Hillary Gardee disappeared on the 29th of April 2022, purportedly on her return from Super Spar Plaza in Nelspruit, Mpumalanga. She was with a 3-year-old young lady during her vanishing. The youngster was subsequently observed, yet Hillary was mysteriously absent. These sort of remarks are exceptionally risky, particularly when there is such a high-profile case that is involved. Assuming you take a gander at this wrongdoing, we are not discussing any wrongdoing like the taking cash or anything. There is a daily existence that is lost. In addition to a life is lost, however, an existence of a high-profile individual who was serving in a notable ideological group. We realize that specific ideological group can get things going, assuming they begin to blacklist regardless, this will end in tears. So it's an exceptionally hazardous case. It could happen that Zimbabweans have been employed to kill this young lady, to put a quill gouge on the standing of the Zimbabweans. This is so the country might see the destitute of how much these individuals should return home. It very well may be politically played that way. A Zimbabwean could be paid by Dujula individuals or by different lawmakers that are squeezing the button of brutality in the mystery. So this is an extremely confounded case. Zimbabweans could likewise be paid in order to pester Julius Malema against them, since he's been shielding them. How about we simply appeal to God for harmony and quiet? May her spirit find happiness in the hereafter. She was accounted for missing by her family on Saturday, April 30th. With the high flood of outsiders in South Africa, there is presently a cry from numerous residents of South Africa, crying that the unlawful migrants ought to then be extradited back to their local nations. The purpose for such call is because of the horror rate which is asserted to be finished by the unlawful outsiders, and that they are completing undertakings or occupations that require no exceptional abilities, and with South Africa confronting one of the greatest joblessness rates, just lawful outsiders ought to then be coming to South Africa. Such cry has then prompted the foundation of Operation Dujula and put South Africans first. The two developments are the ones that began raising individuals' cries through them, and they have then developed and have now been having a tremendous effect in various networks. Activity Dujula is currently developing at a quick rate and opening branches all through the country, which then, at that point, shows the craving which South Africans have for the extradition of outsiders. Notwithstanding, Operation Dujula isn't adored by everybody. Lawmakers are separated with regards to Operation Dujula and put South Africa first developments. Some like Herman Mashaba of Akshansa have shown enormous help towards Operation Dujula, and they have generally upheld what Operation Dujula depend on. The Patriotic Alliance under the authority of Gayton Mackenzie and Kenny Kineen has likewise supported Operation Dujula. With some support for Operation Dujula, the F has forever been a backer for One Africa and has then been requiring a borderless Africa, and whether lawful or unlawful South Africa ought to then be obliging to all African siblings, and they have then hammered Operation Dujula and named them xenophobic. Unfortunately, one of the F's previous Secretary General Godrich Gardee's little girl has been grabbed from her way from the supermarkets, and the F is requesting any kind of help. With the F requesting any kind of mindfulness and help to guarantee the protected return of Godrich Gardee's little girl, they are presently reminded that unlawful outsiders are generally behind kidnappings, and it could be them since the F is their principal advocate. The F is unfortunately helped to remember the 7 young ladies who are said to have been killed by an outsider in Seshego, and the F didn't say anything, and they are helped to remember Operation Dujula part who was shot by an unfamiliar public, and the F didn't say anything. With such, the F is confronting hesitance from individuals because of their affection for outsiders, and that is impeding individuals to raise any mindfulness towards tracking down Godrich Gardee.